Taurus, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of June 2025. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Taurus, what do we got? We got some stuff. That's what we got. Ooh, the overall energy for the reading, the moon, my least favorite card to begin a reading. Because it's like, I'm in the dark here just as much as this energy is. There's some things that are not being seen clearly in a situation, or maybe they're popping up to the surface, I don't know. But let's see here. Starting off the reading, you get the Eight of Wands crossed by the Strength card. Communication is opening up, possibly. It's kind of tough when it does, but no, tough to do it, to open it up. But once it's opening up, it's like, oh, you know. So it's a done deal here. Not necessarily communication as much as energy exchange. So whatever the hell that means for the situation. Okay. In your focus, the Two of Wands, kind of waiting. I don't know what you're waiting for, but waiting. Okay. In the recent past, the Four of Cups, you're a little bit upset. Here. In your Strength, the Empress, you feel very connected to this energy of the Empress. I don't know what that is. Is that your energy? Is that another energy? I don't know. We shall see. See? The moon. I don't know nothing. In the immediate future, the Page of Cups, small steps in a particular direction, supporting this reading, the Knight of Pentacles. Again, there's progress here. There's movement forward. There's something is going on. It's very, very little, you know? So that's why it's almost showing up as if nothing is moving, but something is moving. The energy attached to you that you may not be aware of, the Nine of Swords. Something's bugging you. Something is not sitting right with you here. Tell me about it. That's like this freaking moon. In your hopes and fears, the Sun. That's happiness. That's the happiest card in the deck. Yay. We're shooting for this. For the potential outcome, the Ace of Cups. Potentially a brand new beginning there that looks very, very nice. So, let's see. Let's clarify. Let's do the moon. Good when we don't know certain things. Now that we know, the Devil, the King of Swords, the Ace of Wands. This is a very controlling energy. I don't know who this is to you. It could even be, I don't know. The thing with this energy is that whoever this is not realizing how controlling they are. You know, to the extent of it's unhealthy. They're coming through as justifying the sense of taking charge and controlling shit as, oh, it's because I'm so passionate about it. Oh, it's because, you know, yeah, so that gives me the right to be controlling. Okay, but it doesn't. And it's coming through as being very unhealthy. This energy, if it's not found within you at this moment in time, it's definitely surrounding you. Okay. See, sometimes it's better not to know. That's why the moon is there. It's like, it's okay. You don't need to know. Yes, you do, though. For the Eight of Wands, you get the Death card, the Queen of Cups, the Five of Swords. This is that's why it's showing up as the deceptive energy, because it's like, this energy exchange, it's coming from a place that is no longer, but then it carries love. So it's open and it's closed at the same time. And the result of that is deception, because it's like, what? Exactly. So what the fuck is going on with this one? Let me do the Strength card. For the Strength card, you get the Seven of Cups, the Four of Cups, the High Priestess. Oh, okay. There's one energy here. So if this energy exchanges between your energy and another energy, there's one of the two here that carries a sense of moved on or moving on, but they don't like it. It's like, okay, I want to get the fuck out of this room, and I will, but I'm kind of dragging my feet because I don't really want to get the fuck out of this room. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. It's like, okay, well, I'm moving on, but somebody stop me type of deal. They're not too happy about this energy of, usually when I see an energy of moving on, it's showing up with a little bit of yay. This one is like, nay. What is going on here? Why? Let's do the Two of Wands in your focus, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Oh, that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for everything to be okay. You're like, I'm with you here. I have no fucking clue what's going on. I'm just waiting for everything to feel like it's settled, it's fine, it's, we're good to go here in a normal type of life, happy life, good life, stable life, So you're waiting for a sense of normalcy here to land back into your lap, because I get why. I'm not saying that your life is a fucking mess. It's just these energies look a little contradicting. They don't look like they're like make up your mind energies, so it applies to all sorts of other situations or people in your life and in interaction with you, and it's like nothing is clear, and you're just waiting for that clarity, for that balance in it all. For the Four of Cups in the recent past, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Wands. Yeah, you were upset there in the past because I see you investing in something. It's something that you care about. It's something that's super important to you. I feel like this is tied up to either a project or work. But you've been waiting forever for something to come through there. And I don't know if it did, because otherwise you wouldn't be upset. Man. Come on, reading. Pick up. I think it's going to pick up towards the end there from where I'm sitting. For the Empress, you get the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. See, you want to move in this direction of this energy. There's an energy there connected to your heart that does you good. And I don't blame you that you want to move in the direction of that, because everything else, you look at it and you're like, ew. So it's, if this direction feels good, it's like, yeah, I'm going to feel inclined to walk there, because you go there, I'm not gonna. So when things get tough here, you lean in the direction of that energy. Now, I don't know if you're going to go there or not. You're just showing up as, I don't even know if this energy is physically there, but as an energy, you know about this energy because you're leaning towards it. It's like your comfort, your, when shit hits the fan, and it hasn't hit the fan yet, but it's definitely swirling around it. You lean towards this energy here. Okay. Let's do the Page of Cups. In the immediate future, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Swords. That's I love it when these energies come into play like that, because it's like there's always some type of a build-up, especially when energies go up and down and up and down and up and down and so fast that it looks to form into a roller coaster there, and then there's this, and that's what we're getting here. Finally, an openness, again, energy exchange here, but nothing like this. It's a normal one. It's, that normalcy you were kind of waiting for here. It comes through with a little bit of stress, a little bit of, I'm nervous, or I'm this, that, or the other, but something is opening up super nicely here. And it just carries energy of love. It's pulling on your heartstrings, so it's super nice. Maybe you're just getting together with some friends that you care about and they care about you. I don't know. But it's a super nice energy. It's well deserved after all of this. So Let's do the Knight of Pentacles. In the supportive energies, the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Page of Cups. Yeah, definitely opening up towards connections here, towards things that are working out, towards energies that seem to function from that energy of equal give and take. Slowly but surely, you're coming out of this little cloud of chaos here into normalcy, which, as I said, you're waiting for that. You're like, can we just have that, please? Yes, you're heading in that direction. Okay, so that could include, again, I'm not seeing anything in particular necessarily. I see friendships. I see potential long-term commitments here. You know, good stuff. All sorts of good stuff. Let's do the Nine of Swords. In the hidden energies, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you fell into a little bit of a funk here, and now I don't know how complicated it got. I can see the energies, and the energies are not showing up quite nice, and that usually indicates that it really is going to depend on how you're taking these things. If your perception is kind of twisting these into making them look even worse, then yes, it's going to feel like a fucking roller coaster. Not the greatest one at that. Now, the common theme here is that whichever way you perceive this and whichever way you're going to navigate through this, you're definitely coming through out of it and back to your heart, apparently. There's a coming back around to your heart here, because these can take you up for a swirl into your mind, especially. But you're on the road back to your heart here. So that's nice. Why do I have a pain in my shoulder? Did I sleep? How did I? Ah, yes, I did. Okay. For the Sun in your hopes and fears, you get the Fool, the Five of Cups, the Tower. Ooh, that's you're kind of going in the direction of a limiting belief you may have, where it's like, for you, happiness is a gamble or something. Like you're scared to take that chance. Like happiness is just right there. All you have to do is just, go for it, grab it. And you associate you opening up to happiness to the biggest disaster in the world. That's usually a limiting belief, where you believe that happiness is going to be very hard to achieve, or if I achieve happiness, then everything goes to shit. So you can change that. Good news is you can change those beliefs. Because I see you right there with it and reaching for it, but not wanting to fully reach for it because it's all going to go to shit, which is not true. Unless you tell yourself that that's true and that's how you make it true, which again, limiting belief. Let me see the Ace of Cups in the potential outcome, the Strength card, the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords. Why is this so scary? I finally see energies of happiness, love, like really strong energies and pure energies of happiness and love there. And it scares the shit out of you. And you go back to overthinking, and you go back to your mind, and you go back to that sense of trying, maybe because it almost feels like it's kind of leaving you completely stripped off of control. Controlling energy there, Anyways, because you feel like allowing yourself to feel happiness and love there would strip all of control away from you, which realistically, you have no control over anything anyway. That's just an illusion, right? But you still carry that fear of, if I allow myself to feel that, then I'm not in charge, I'm not in control. Why do you have to be in charge? What's so scary about it? Well, a lot of things can happen if I open up my heart. And a lot of things can happen if you don't. So, and no, you don't have control over anything anyway. So why wouldn't you go with the best feeling? you know, rather than thinking. Okay, so for some reason, again, happiness and love show up for you big time here, and you look at these energies and they scare the shit out of you. One of them for sure is tied up to a limiting belief. Most of it is, you know, and then the need to take control, which brings you back here, which again kind of completes a circle. Okay, let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Ten of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Lovers. Okay. Ironically enough, you're telling me here, all I want is, you know, peace, happiness. Here's happiness showing up for you, and you're like, uh-oh, run. You know, no, because you're telling me that's what I want. Happiness, you know, stability, love. Something that's gonna last, something that I can rely on. And it all shows up for you there in the simplest form possible. And yeah, there's some work to be done there on your end. Why does happiness scare you? Why does love scare you? You know, and look into your answers to that and see why you're telling yourself those stories about happiness and love there. Because they're there, they're available. All you need to do is jump for it. And you're like, yeah, okay. Let's do Into the Lonely Woods or Oracle. They're learning of rights. These birds are gonna give me, they're hungry. They're hungry little guys. And now the babies are coming out, so it's like they're gonna be even more hungry. As you wander this path of the soul, you may come upon others like yourself who have formed small clans and found their place in the world. Watch as they celebrate the rebirth of their clan, the rise of the new, the passing of ritual from one generation to the other. Learn of their rights, which can guide us all and be shared with all who have this tender love for other beings within their hearts. Make time for play, delight, and celebration in your rituals. Let them not be so earnest that all joy is dimmed. This is a time for the new, for the unlearned, for the joyous discovery of what could be and what will come. Anticipate this with all the sweetness you can muster. And don't run away from it. That was for me. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.